Good day and welcome to another edition of the Military and Foreign Affairs Network. I'm your host, the voice of reason. I wanted to conduct a special report on the ongoing civil war that is taking place inside of Ethiopia. As we know, there is a Tigrayan Defense Force Army Corps that is operating in and around Waldea. That force seems to be heading south along this highway that you can see here on my map. It is the A2 highway that proceeds from Waldea down to Dessie. And what we are hearing is that as the Tigrayan Defense Force has consolidated around Waldea and has proceeded to start to move down towards this A2 highway, there is a battle underway, and we're calling that the Battle for Dessie. It would appear that various Amhara militia groups and Amhara civilians who have armed themselves with everything from rifles to machetes and quite frankly sticks are attempting to oppose the Tigrayan Defense Forces as it moves south with the intent of either seizing or enveloping Dessie. But we do know that there is a significant fight underway as this TDF Corps continues to move south. And we also know that parts of this force, which could be part of that corps or an additional corps that has moved along the 22 highway with the goal of seizing control of Debre Tabor. We believe that currently there are two corps operating on the southern front, and that would be from the coming out of Alamata and then operating down south of Kobo. That would be one corps, and then the other corps is operating with the intent of seizing control of Debark, and that is operating along the central area of the Tigray-Amhara border. But right now we're watching what is going on in between Waldea and Dessie, as there appears to be a fairly significant fight underway. There are reports of a very high level of casualties. It's being reported that hospitals inside the city of Dessie are filling up with the casualties of wounded, mostly Amhara militia. I would assume that, excuse me, that Tigrayan Defense Force units that have been wounded in action are being taken north, probably back towards Waldea, and then obviously into Kobo if further treatment is necessary. But right now, a very serious fight is underway, and this could be the turning point in terms of a rapid advance and seizure of Dessie. We are learning that the Ethiopian army really is not present in any significant form near Dessie. Obviously, there may be some units, but most of the fighting right now is being done by these Amhara militia units and these regional Amhara forces as well. But mostly just ordinary citizens who have taken up arms and joined a local defense group to attempt to stop this tide of the Tigrayan Defense Force as it continues to move south. It would appear that the remaining forces of the Ethiopian army have probably fled towards Addis Ababa, and are looking to make contingency plans to possibly defend that city if needed, because the level of opposition along the 2 highway as the TDF continues to move south, they're not seeing a lot of opposition from the Ethiopian army outside of the battle that occurred east of Weldia, in which an understrength tank battalion of around 19 tanks were captured by the Tigrayan Defense Forces. But since then, since that engagement took place east of Weldia, many of the forces of the Ethiopian army have either melted away or fled to other parts of Ethiopia. We believe possibly back down towards Addis Ababa. And then obviously there's a possibility of a buildup of forces near Gondar as well, and that could be taking place in terms of preparing that city's defenses, because obviously the loss of Gondar and the possible advance on Addis Ababa would be really the end of the regime inside of Addis Ababa, and decapitating the ancient city of Gondar would really have a significant impact on the Amhara region as well, which are obviously close allies of Abiy Ahmed and his Prosperity Party. But this is the news that we have right now. Again, very intense fight is underway in between Weldia and Dessie, defining that as possibly the battle for Dessie, as any opposition could be negated in this battle, and we could see the Tigrayan Defense Forces quickly moving into Dessie after this battle finishes itself, and then again that would be depending on if the Tigrayan Defense Forces are in fact victorious over these Amhara militias that they are currently facing. But again, we will continue to keep our eye on the situation and report as soon as we hear anything about these engagements that are currently taking place as the TDF continues to move south. Have a great day, everybody.